We'll be starting the graduation event now. So I want participants and mentees of the Nurse Mentorship Academy, as you join the meeting, I would like you to just show your presence by writing your name on the chat box or waving your hands. All right, I'm not seeing anyone yet. So we'll be waiting for.
Yeah. We just continue with that and so, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Welcome, Ego Rejoice. Please, can you kindly just tell us where you are connecting from? Maybe from Nigeria or from Dublin. Thank you, Shidima. All right, so I can see that. Thank you, Miss Annie Mary. Oh, Miss Annie Mary is one of our guests. Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you, Rejoice, for connecting. She's connecting from Nigeria. All right. Thank you, Abdullahi Suleiman. Okay, right about now, I'll be handing over to Nosade Umi to invite the director to welcome the guest. So please, as you are coming in, please, can you kindly mute yourself and so that they can be decorum? Thank you. Kindly mute yourself as you connect. Okay, over to Nosade Umi. Nosade Umi, over to you.
You can continue if it's not available.
Okay, so we'll be introducing our guests, both the ones that are already online and the ones that are not yet online. So Nurse Annie Marie Tolman is online already. She's connecting from US. Shelly Ann MC Kazi is also online. Thank you, Ma. So to as our guests come online, we'll be introducing them to you. So for now, we have just 3 guests online. So I'll be handing over to Nurse Koshola to introduce the guests.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Okay. So welcome everyone to the emergence of the Earth Pearl. I'm so excited. Honestly, I am excited. In the Nurse Mentorship Academy at the North Koshola Earth and Career Consulting, I'm so glad, I'm thrilled, I'm elated. Give me all the names, like give me all the words to describe happiness. That is how I feel today as the NMA Cohort 1 graduates today. And I'm so blessed to have a lot of guests. Like I know my list was so full, I had to, keep for later. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. And here we welcome everyone, all the participants. I know they are coming in. Network might be some issues, but then I know they're coming. We have about 9 guests or so, or 8 guests today. So we have Shelly Ann Mackenzie is already here. She's the US. Oh God, I'm going to say a lot about her, don't worry. Shelly, you know I love you. Thank you so much for coming. Anne-Marie, the first person that discovered me through our nurses outside the box, or nurses, how do you call it? Yeah, nurses outside the box. And no, she discovered me. And since then, we've so much bonded. Thank you so much, Anne-Marie. We'll know more about her when she comes to speak. Also here, I have my very old brother from the United. I have a lot. I think I should relocate to US. I have a lot of friends, a lot of network connections in the US. Paul is here as well. Paul, thank you so much for coming. And even within that short notice, Paul Emeoye, we met again at the North Hackathon. Thank you so much for coming. And my dearest sister, also from the United States. Oh my God, I'm coming to US. So Ayo Adebi, thank you so much for coming. My LinkedIn partner. So thank you so much for coming as well. We are still expecting other guests. Nurse Obina Victor should join us very soon. And Ayo, Omoduni from Canada sent his greeting. He's one of our guests and he has sent in his pre-recorded good wishes. So we're going to be listening to him as well. And I also have Deji from Australia. So I'm bringing you guests from all over the world. Yes, so because nurses, we go around the world and we rock the world. So we need to touch all the nook and corners. So Oladeji is also sending his wishes. He's here with us and he already sent his pre-recorded good wishes as well. Aparnam is here with me in Ireland. She's going to be joining us later. She's just, it's Saturday and she has some guests, so she will join us later. Alternatively, she also sent in a pre-recorded, good wishes just in case she's not able to join in. So we are loaded for today. I hope I'm not missing anybody out. No, I'm not. So welcome all our guests. Welcome. I'm so much honored and privileged to have you guys in my corner. Anytime tea, right? Thank you so much. All right, Pelumi and Toby, thank you. Pelumi. Okay, so we don't want to. You are muted, Pelumi. So you should.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know I was muted. Okay, so we'll be going on to opening address from North Koshola.
Okay, I'm back again. So you're welcome, everyone, once again. Those that don't know, or maybe you're just here by the side, what is NMA? What is NMA? So NMA is Nurse Mentorship Academy, and this vision was birthed, after several years, I'll say 10 years of me unofficially guiding, helping, supporting younger nurses, in their journey. And so NMA actually came to birth after the African Nurses Boundary Breaking Summit. That was when it came to birth. And so we started October officially, October there. And so the Nurse Mentorship Academy it's a 90-day. It was just like a pilot. So this was I'll say a pilot program for the NMA. So it includes monthly meetings. So we met 3 times in the whole 90 days. I mean, like as a group, although we still have customized mentorship and one-on-one classes going on. So accountability coaching, and this is conducted via Zoom. We had different levels of, for the modules that we did. Level 1 was talking about journey of self-discovery, goal and goal setting. And for every level, there's a project. And we'll have some of the project presentation here in this graduation. And level 2 was about acts of public speaking, personal professional development. And there was also the video presentation of the career growth there. And level 3, which was the 3rd month, we talked about developing leadership and mentoring skills, and just a brief about nursing and entrepreneurship as well, as I am a serial entrepreneur for those that know. So the other selected programs that we that is included in the NMA program is evidence-based practice in nursing research, career transitioning for new and novice nurses, nurse coaching for those that are interested in particular aspects of coaching. And the other programs that will be coming is international nurses prospects and pathways, healthcare communications for international migrant nurses, and as well cross-cultural adaptation and inclusivity. I know Shelley will remember this. So this is already cooking. So these are the programs that we had at the NMA. So like I said, the NMA was a 12-week detailed curriculum. We had PDF files, PowerPoints, videos, one-to-one, mentoring calls, group mentoring calls, and all these stuff are available, or will be available in our ebook, audiobook, and hopefully in a paper book. I'll tell you the title of the book. Hopefully, maybe you already know. All right. So, and to fulfill my promise to all the mentees that we'll be bringing guest speakers. So that is why I have so many of our guests here today. We also we are looking out for co-mentors, within this area of specialties as well. The NMA, we call ourselves GISTers. So the core value of the NMA is guidance, inspiration, support, and tutelage. So that's the acronym for GIST. So they are GISTers. We GIST in all that we do, and we are stars. So we have a supportive community on Telegram where we have day-to-day, feedback and communication. So our journey so far about NMA. So October, after the African Nurses Summit, I volunteered. I said, okay, based on the request, I'm going to mentor nurses. Not like I'm perfect myself, but I just want to give back, from what I have. And we had loads of requests. My email was so full. Pastor, I said, well, let's just turn into an academy since I have over 50 requests. So we had 50 mentees that was admitted after the screening and all that. 50 mentees was admitted. And this is just like I kind of put the location. So we have mentees from Cameroon, from Ghana, Ireland, Nigeria, majorly Sierra Leone. So, and then we also had a fantastic mentee from United States. So that's just going round and round like that. It was a very short notice of advertisement. So that could, and of course, because it was a pilot study, I didn't want to bite more than I can chew. So we had 50 intake. And looking at the specialty of these nurses that enrolled, majority of them were general nurses, dialysis nurses, some specialties like anesthetics, midwifery, perioperative, public health nursing, and pediatrics. So like a varying category. So I'm going to skip this, and today we are graduating 23 mentees. Yeah, I know we had 50 intake, and life happens, some drop off, some give excuses, and some actually request officially for extension because of life situation. So today I am proud of 23 mentees actually. Others still in the pipeline, probably joining the second cohort, but 23 mentees will be having their certificates after successfully completing all the requirements of the NMA 90-day curriculum program, their assignment, their attendances, and all that. So congratulations. So thank you so much. Again, this is Nurse Mentorship Academy under Nurse Kuchala Health and Career Consulting. I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nurse Koshola, for that session. So right about now, I'll be handing over to Toby.
All right, thank you so much, Coach. Thank you very much, Balumi. Yeah, very quickly we move on to our speech from the invited guest, and I would like to invite Sis Kafayat Popola to read a citation of the first guest that will be speaking in this event. Kafayat Popola, are you with me?
Hi, Toby. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here. Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm Kafa Bukola. I'm one of the mentee of Nasco Chandra Academy, and it's been an amazing 90 days. So I'm going to be reading the profile of Shalihan McKenzie, MSRN PMP, CPHIMS. She's a dynamic registered nurse leader with more than 2 decades of healthcare industry expertise. She currently fulfills the role of Director, Enablement and EHR Solution Engineer at Azalia Health, an Atlanta-based company dedicated to providing technology solutions to help rural and community practice and hospital improve patient care and profitability. She's an avid philanthropist. She's the co-founder of Black Women Leader in Nursing and the founder of Help for Healthcare Professionals, a serial entrepreneur, educator, advocacy champion, and an expert in clinical informatics and strategies. Her knowledge as a nurse and informatist span the continuum of care, including clinical settings, entrepreneurial leadership, and innovation. She has dedicated countless hours collaborating across sectors to ensure we provide the resources necessary to support nurses and other healthcare workers. Shalihan remains highly focused on building stronger communities by strengthening the healthcare workforce through education, advocacy, and relief. Currently, she's happily married with children and reside in Atlanta, Georgia. You're welcome, Shalihan, and thank you for this opportunity to learn and connect with you. Thank you, Toby.
Thank you. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Yes, please.
I am so excited to be here with you. Oh my goodness. I would like to thank you, Nurse Coach Ola, for inviting me to the celebration of nurses across the globe. This Nursing Mentorship Academy is truly something special. I'm honored to share a few remarks with you this evening. Misha Carey, our co-founder of Black Women Leaders in Nursing, was unable to join us, but sends best wishes for the graduating class. BWLN is a United States-based nonprofit organization. We realized that there were only less than 6% of women who were in nursing leadership positions. And we thought, how could we provide more opportunities for nurses to be exceptional leaders in their communities across the globe, especially women? A few years ago, when our paths crossed, we knew that Olayinka was truly a visionary and phenomenal nurse leader. We love her work, and we invited her to be the first European ambassador as we expanded our footprint internationally. Nurse Ola, as you know her, was also part of our first cohort in our mentorship program. So congratulations there. Today, we are extremely proud to participate in this ceremony as work collaboratively. We just want to continue to work collaboratively to raise the bar of nursing excellence across the globe. We're blessed as an organization to provide inspiration to Olayinka and others. Her team exude the passion and professionalism necessary to propel future nursing leaders. Mentorship is extremely important. So many underestimate the impact nursings have on other mentees and the benefits associated with honing your skills under the tutelage of experienced nurses. This is especially true when mentorship is provided by a mentor who shares the same foundational beliefs, specialty, race, and cultural experiences. So Ola, today especially, I thank you for giving back to our nursing profession. Mentees, today I applaud you for taking the steps to grow individually and professionally. For the younger nurses in the group, don't worry, pace yourself. It takes time to find yourself. Self-perception, self-confidence, that does not come overnight. There's so much more to learn on this journey. Focus on fulfilling your dreams, walk boldly, and embrace every blessing that is coming your way. This life is full of its fair challenges. So today I leave you my recipe for success in life. Always remain positive, keep a smile on your face, and always uplift others. And most importantly, focus on what works for you. Ignore the naysayers, stay grounded, and remember your core principles. Some of us are grounded by our faith in God and the understanding that He knows the plan that He designed for us. This is one of many steps. After you graduate NMA today, your job is not over. I charge you to spread the word about this program and share your stories to continue inspiring more nurses. It's not by chance that this first cohort is in specific places. Multiple African countries, Europe, as well as the United States are represented here this evening. I strongly believe this was divinely aligned. And you know the issues you tackle in your communities, like mental health, maternal mortality, raising technology awareness, and so on. Remember, this nursing journey is not for the faint of heart, nor the swift or the strong, but for those who endure until the end. We have more work to do. Let's get it done. Congratulations.
Wow. Thank you so much, Shirley. Thank you.
Happy to be here. Thank you so much for allowing me to participate in this.
Thank you for giving me so much. You're giving me so much that I had more than enough to pour out. Thank you. I'm still going to do my vote of thanks, so let's wait for that.
No
Let's wait for
I'll be here. I'll be here.
Okay, over to Oluwatobi. Yeah. Telling me. So while I'm waiting for the moderators, Shelly is a powerhouse. Honestly, she is a powerhouse. Thank you so much for all that you do. I can't just finish talking about you. Thank you. Oluwatobi, Pelumi, if you're there.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much for that wonderful speech, ma. Okay, up next, we have, I would like to bring up the best coach in the world to, give us, to present the graduating mentee of the first cohort of Nurse Mentorship Academy. It would be good to know those that have sailed through the training and are here to graduate today. So, Coach, over to you, man.
Thank you. This is a very good time for me, and I'm so happy. I am happy, to be honest. So I played a video at the beginning of the when why people were joining. I'm going to play that again, and then I'm going to present. So enjoy my. I hope this is connected now. I'll do that again. Okay, so that is the first. All right, and then I'm going to bring you, okay, this is the wrong chair now. Just give me 1 second to get my stuff together. So actually, like I said when I was introducing, so we are graduating 23 mentees are graduating from the NMA program. I'm so happy. I know that it's not easy to start something. Sometimes you want to, you just start, but you're not able to follow through. But I'm so glad for this set of mentees that came, saw, and conquered. So congratulations, congratulations. Yeah, that's it. So 23 of them, and what did I put it now? Just a second. Are you ready? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oluwatobi. Pelumi, can you unmute yourself, please? Okay, so but I'm going to jump in while I'm waiting for the host, for the moderator. So the next thing we have on the agenda now is goodwill messages. So we're going to be receiving goodwill messages from our guests. So first of all, we have goodwill message from Anne-Marie. Anne-Marie, you're welcome. Kafaya, are you ready to read the profile for Anne-Marie?
Yes, ma'am, 1 second.
All right. So Anne-Marie, I think I've talked about Anne-Marie before.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Can I go, ma'am?
Go ahead, please.
All right. Anne-Marie Tolman, RNMSN, nurse consultant and strategist, founder of Neuroflow and Female Urge podcast, Nurses Outside the Box, helping women go beyond trauma and get mental flow and its potential growth through the Neuroflow system. Anne-Marie graduated with a bachelor's from the Netherlands, then went to the US, where she became an oncology and BMT nurse at Johns Hopkins Hospital. She also gained the advanced practice nurse degree from Hopkins after working for many years. The death of a fourth child rattled the world, and she decided to leave nursing for a short time to be with her older children. Going back into nursing, she did not want to work in the medical system. She did not believe in anymore and decided to pursue holistic healing and nurse entrepreneurship. After traveling the world, learning many healing modalities and studying with many masters, while also dealing with her own emotional trauma, she designed the Neuroflow method, addressing the three brains and its effects on flow state. She now helps women go past their traumas while deeply becoming present and optimizing their mind-body flow. This transforms the way women work and live, giving more time for impact and income in this world without sacrificing themselves or the family. Anne-Marie as a special ask for perimenopause and menopause, as that was the time our transformation really exploded. Wow, nice to meet you and thank you for coming. I'm handing over to Oscar Chola.
You're so
Anne-Marie, you're
welcome.
welcome. Over to you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for the introduction. And thank you for inviting me here. I'm so honored. I'm so honored, Nurse Coach Orlan, and everybody who is here to be here at this time. I truly am. When I saw those pictures and those names coming across the screen, my heart just was like, this is the future of nursing. You guys are the future of nursing. I want you to feel that. I want you to hear that. I want you to know that, because we sometimes ignore everything. But what you did just by going into this academy, and Nurse Coach Ola, by really allowing people to come into this academy, I think you are making a big difference in the nursing as a whole, and for these mentees particularly. So first of all, congratulations. I want to talk a little bit about nurse entrepreneurship and connecting the dots about nurse entrepreneurship beyond the bedside, because that is who I am in the end. That's what I have loved to do. You heard a little bit about my story. Yes, I came from the Netherlands. I just want to tell a little bit about that story, because it probably will help you connect the dots about what's possible for you moving forward. You have one great entrepreneur in your midst, right? And that is Nurse Ola. She really is a phenomenal entrepreneur. So I know she wants to do more with entrepreneurship. So my story came from the Netherlands, going to Hopkins, losing my child, being at home for a little bit, and then saying, this is not the way I want to practice anymore. But I still love nursing. I still love nursing, and I still love what I'm doing. So I got involved in healing modalities, became a part of trauma. And then as the whole entire pandemic began, I was wondering for myself, am I still a nurse? Am I still a nurse, or am I a coach? And I was like, do I want to go back into nursing? Well, I quickly decided that going back into ICU nursing was not a good idea. But what I still am is a nurse entrepreneur. And I started a podcast called Nurses Outside the Box. And of course, we met. Nurse Coach Ola and I met, and I learned about what she was doing. And I was so enthralled by what she was doing. Really, really, really amazing. I want to give you a hint about what is possible to do, what you can do if you want to, if you choose to, right? Nurses at the bedside, love them. We need them, absolutely. If you want to go and do something else and be a nurse entrepreneur, there's so many possibilities. And I'm just going to give you a few people that I've interviewed that I totally love. We've had specialized nurses who are functional medicine nurse practitioners, nurses who are looking at hormones and the whole thing with menopause and perimenopause. We have nurses that are totally into hormonal health and into telehealth. That's nurses who do telehealth. Okay, there's nurses who are into nurse retreats and providing nurse retreats and nurse career counseling for nurses. There's nurses who do that. There's nurses who are in business. They are doing these phenomenal agencies or labs. They actually like drawing labs from people. There's nurses who are doing infusion therapy to people, and they're helping people get better through infusion therapy. There's nurses who are in psychedelics, believe it or not. I've interviewed some phenomenal nurses who are really into plant-based medicine and love psychedelics. They love working with that, and they work with patients, with clients, to help them get better there. I'm looking if I've had some other things before I want to forget anything. Oh, a nurse who was in cannabis. We had the green nurse that I interviewed, which was all the way into cannabis. And of course, nurse coaches. There's also, of course, phenomenal nurse coaches. You can have one here, but we need more nurse coaches. Okay, so how do you decide if you would want to move on like that, right? And you really saying like, oh my goodness, after this whole academy that I finished, I may want to look at nurse entrepreneurship. I would say look into your heart. Look into your heart first and foremost. What do you love to do? What is so important to you? Okay, in fact, if you have a minute, close your eyes, because Nurse Ola knows I'm all about meditation. Take a breath and see yourself walking into the future of what you would love to do, the problem that you would love to solve and to serve. Nurse Coach Ola had a vision of what she could do for nurses and how she could transform nurses' lives. You have that same vision, you graduates. You really do. I know she has installed that in you because I know her. I know her just a little bit, but I know enough of her that she has an absolute passion for nurses, getting to the best ability of what's possible. So see yourself walking into a situation that may be a little bit scary, maybe a little bit unknown, but maybe exciting as well. And it's something you really want to change. You will find people coming to you. You will find people helping you. And as you go into the future, like I said, what I heard before in the other speakers, she was like, this is just the beginning. This is truly just the beginning for you graduates. This is truly just the beginning. You're standing on the precipice of a phenomenal opportunity to make a difference in nursing. And whether you do that on the bedside, whether you do that in nurse entrepreneurship, whether you do that from your home, whether you do that in another country, wherever you are, it doesn't matter. We as nurses need to connect more together. We need to love more together, and we need to make a difference together. And you are perfectly positioned to do that. So go out into the world, love what you're doing, move along what you're doing. You are amazing, and you have an amazing coach here. And I would love to hear what you guys are doing in the future, because I'm looking forward to seeing you guys do amazing things in the future. Thanks so much.
Anne-Marie. Thank you so much. Thank you for taking time. Anytime I call Anne-Marie, she's always like, let's get it. Now, let's get into it. Let's get right into it. Like, Anne-Marie, thank you so much. I don't know how I deserve you. What on earth have I done to deserve you? Like, how? Thank you so much. Thank you. And she's always, anytime she sees any opportunity, she's always messenger. And she's always sending me stuff and like, Ola, look at this. Lola, look at this. Thank you. I'm honored, I'm privileged, and I'm grateful for your presence. Anything about brain, your guts, the brain and the guts. Like the first time I met her, she connected the dots. That's why I gave her that topic, connecting the dots of nurse entrepreneurship, connecting the brain and the guts together. Oh my God, like that was phenomenal. Thank you so much. Thank you. And if you want to know more about anything menopause, business, please connect to her. She has all the tricks. She has everything. I can't even access everything. I feel like I don't have capacity, to enjoy all she's to offer. Thank you, Anne-Marie.
Thank you. You're amazing.
Okay,
right,
so hand over back to our host, our
right.
moderators. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Nurse Coach Ola. Thank you, Anne-Marie. So right about now, we'll be moving on to our next guest, Mr. Obinna Victor Higgs. He will be taking us through positioning for global leadership in nursing. So I'll be reading Mr. Obinna's bio right now. Obinna Victor Higgs is a registered nurse, global health advocate, Amazon bestseller author, international speaker.
Is Obinna here?
Okay.
So he's not here. So I think we can call Ayo. Ayo DB. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, give me a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll be calling Ayo Awodune now. So
Ayo DB. Ayo DB.
okay, sorry about that.
No problem. If Ayo can come a video so I can put a spotlight on her. So
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I have the profile.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So Ayomidamo Ayo Adebi is currently an on-site occupational health nurse practitioner at the University of California, where she serves as a professional health resource for the university management in planning and maintaining initiatives and programs that meet defined goals and objectives. She also serves as holding members on the University of California Institutional Biosafety Committee to provide occupational health guidelines as it relates biological and biomedical laboratories on laboratory-associated infection safety. She's a certified family nurse practitioner and certified emergency nurse. She received her BS in nursing at Miami Dade College. She completed her MS in nurse as a family nurse practitioner, emphasizing occupational and environmental health at the University of California, Los Angeles. She is a Clayton Global Initiative University alumni and served for 2 years as an alumni ambassador for the Los Angeles, California region. She worked for 2 academic years as a teaching assistant by facilitating nursing courses for both undergraduate and graduate students. She regularly participates in community service learning programs by volunteering, mentoring past nursing students on transitioning to the nursing workforce. She is a member of the American Association of Nurse Practitioners, the American Association of Occupational Health Nurses, and inducted to the Sigma Theta Tau International Nursing Society. That's amazing. So right now I would like to welcome Ayo Hadebi. Thank you.
Thank you, Malumi, for that introduction. I hope everybody could hear me well. And again, it's such a pleasure. I have to start off and thank Coach Ola. Now it seems like I know what people call you. I would have called you your first Nigerian name, but it's a great pleasure. And congratulations to the whole cohort graduating today. And also to the speakers, Shelly Han, thank you for that beautiful speech, and Anne-Marie to give a good follow-up on that. When I got the introduction for this program, I'm someone that gives a lot of speeches, so I do a lot of writing. And my husband kept asking me, he said, they invited you somewhere to talk. And I said, it won't add so much value if I write for this talk. I think it would be important if I just come here and just really talk what was in my heart. And the first thing I will say to the cohort is, this is not the end of your journey. I hope you know that. I believe that you have to also seek continuous guidance. And I have to say, for me personally, mentorship has been one of the best things that I've ever heard. So I want you to know, as you continue on your journey, always look for them. It would actually fast pace your professional journey. So I want to make sure that you know that even though you're graduating from a program, you have to still continually seek it. And this is a beautiful profession, nursing. Just to buttress what Anne-Marie says, you would always find your niche, but take your time to find them. I think they will come to you. Another thing I want to mention is your humanity must always come above your title. I always tell students, I'm like, you can walk into any room, have a nurse badge on. The patient or whoever you're taking care of really doesn't remember the badge. They remember what kind of impact you made in their lives. So I want you to go ahead in your careers in whichever field, academia, bedside, I want you to know that your career does not end at the bedside. There's more to nursing that you could do. And I want you to actually go into your career, always keep a critical lens on how you look at health outcomes and the factors that influence them, because these are so important. Also, educational growth is another big thing that I think it's important that you should always seek. Look for them. Certification programs, mentorship programs, seminars, conventions, whatever it is, look for them. Some of them are even free. You don't even have to pay money for. And also, especially, I'm reaching out to the amazing students from Nigeria. The world is such a very global village, and geographical boundaries are broken with networking, with social media. So even when you're in Nigeria, don't think that your options are so limited. Always reach out, open your boxes, open your horizons very wider, because there's always an opportunity there. When I talk about education, I want you to know that when I mean education, I don't mean education in the classroom. I mean, there's so much about you being educated outside the classroom. And I think it starts from you just being ready as individuals to think of innovative ways by which you could actually impact people and also make it culturally relevant. And you can do that in many ways. It's not about you memorizing skill sets and learning all sorts of things in the school and everything, but how do you apply everything you've learned in the context of the environment that you are at? So I'm not going to say much. I could go into a whole lot of things, but I just want you to leave with you that one thing that I think it's very important, it's your wellness. I really don't think we can give from an empty space. I want you to take care of yourself, because if you don't, take care of yourself. You really cannot give that back to everybody. And that starts with, you just taking care of your health, eating well, just staying positive, because that's so important in what kind of healthcare professional you become. I know this is the beginning of your journey, that you're going to do great things. You're going to do amazing things. And I will leave you again too. Never stop networking, reach out to people, connect with people, take big bets on yourself. So congratulations. I wish you all the best. I wish you greatness ahead of you, and continue to maintain the GIST acronym. I think that's actually very fantastic. I haven't had the word GIST in a long time. So to see GIST. So continue to be GISTers. I think it will be the best baseline for your career and wherever you go. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Ayo Adebi. That was a very wonderful session. I was almost writing. Thank you very much. Thank you. So we'll be going to project presentations of the mentees of the Nurse Mentorship Academy. They are, according to Nurse Coach Ola, we have 23 mentees that are graduating, but we'll be picking 2 videos that's to show the career goals of these mentees. So I'll be opening the platform for Nurse Coach Ola.
All right, thank you so much. Yes, we had, like I said, every of the levels we had projects. So, but then I can't bring out everything in this particular ceremony. So I've selected just randomly 2 of our mentees presentations that I'm going to we'll show here, just to talk about what they did and to have a feel. I'm sure they sent this video and they haven't seen it themselves. So I'm going to start with amazing Bemi Sayo. So she had warned me. Her name is Bemi Sayo, but I keep calling her Bemi Sola. So again, apology, but I can't change this again because it was until the whole thing was finished. I said, oh, Bemi Sola, it's Bemi Sayo. So this is Bemi Sayo.
I am a mentee of Nurse Mentorship Academy of Nurse Coach Ola Health and Career Consulting. I am a G-Star, and my career goal is to be a nurse or to get into the health system. I will achieve this by attending a nursing school here in Nigeria, or when I travel out, I would apply for nursing, to study nursing or any health related course. I understand nursing is not as simple as it's portrayed. I would improve my reading habits and manage my time well while waiting for admission or traveling. My passion for nursing is as a result of the bad health system in Nigeria, in our country exactly, Nigeria, and I'm sure I can be a change agent in the medical sector. I would also want to make people know more about family planning, especially in the case of giving birth to children where they can't take care of the children very well, and all this poverty mentality, and just to get children's welfare is very important and crucial. So that's my.
Thank you so much. That is Bemi Sayo. We'll take a second one. I'll take a second one there. So why I'm looking for the second one, Bemi Sayo is actually a banker, but the way the Nurse Mentorship Academy is not just for nurses, it's also for aspiring nurses. There's anyone that wants to be a nurse. So Bemi Sayo saw the advert and she was like, okay, she's been following me for a very long time on Facebook, and she's inspired, she's motivated to do nursing. So I said, why not hopping into the academy? So she's presently studying for, to write her nursing exams, and that's so I feel so grateful, like for that impact already. So let's listen to Abba Samuel. I'm so sorry. I actually thought I was streaming this.
My local
I didn't
country.
get anybody to call my attention.
And
So sorry about that.
I want to.
I have to take it back. I was just the only one watching this. Sorry.
Afternoon. My name is Apple Johnson Sambal. I'm a mentee of the Nurse Mentorship Academy of Nurse Coach Ola Career Health and Consulting. I'm a G-Star and this is my career goal. I'm a registered nurse with 3 years diploma in nursing. I graduated in 2019 from FCT School of Nursing, Abuja. I have a short-time career goal and a long-time career goal. My short-time career goal is to do a top-up degree in nursing in either the Republic of Ireland, Canada, the USA, or Australia. I've been working towards that, and the financial burden. So I've actually applied to some schools and I'm working towards next year. So that's the short time. So I want to get to experience the international way of doing nursing apart from my local country. And I want to also be a CRNA, a certified registered nurse anesthetist. I've always fancied the theater. I've always loved anesthesia. Even from my clinical postings in school, I just love the specialty and my zeal towards it will ever know no bounds. And I want to work towards that. That's actually a long-time career goal too. And the other aspect of my long-time career goal is the leadership aspect of nursing. I've seen over time that especially in my country, the profession has been pushed aside. And I want to do research in nursing too and bring about development in this profession. People could practice nursing at a very high level and be highly regarded in the nation. So the administrative and the leadership part of nursing is also my long-time career goal. So doing anesthesia and also being an administrator in nursing.
Okay, so thank you. That is that about the project presentation. So they were asked to present their career goal. We did career short term and long term, and also after the art of public speaking module. So to put this together and make a video. So that's why we have that. We have so many videos, but because of our time and we just leave it to. Thank you. Over to Pelumi.
All right, thank you, Nurse Koshola, for that section. So right about now, I'll be handing over to Nurse Adeomi.
All right, thank you, Balumi. Okay, I think we have Mr. Obina in the house now. Mr. Obina Victor is a good evening. Welcome, sir. We are happy
Thank you. Thank you. I so much appreciate, and I'm happy to be here with you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much. So right now we would like to get a speech from Mr. Victor Obina, and before that, I'd like to read your the profile, and I will invite Kofaya Popola to do that.
The serial entrepreneur, the serial entrepreneur. Good evening. I'm honored to be reading your profile. All right. Obina Victor is a registered nurse, global health advocate, Amazon best-selling author, international speaker, and founder of 360 Degree Health Network. His organization, 360 Degree Health Network, is a civil service civil society non-profit organization that bridges the gap in healthcare delivery to local communities in Nigeria through medical outreaches and healthcare services, financing and engaging the government through advocacy and dialogue to formulate policy and health initiative that subsidizes healthcare costs. He served as a lecturer, nurse educator, and associate dean of studies in Ebonyi State College of Nursing Science in 2021, before joining the second largest single-payer healthcare system in the world after the Brazilian Unico de Souza. He works with the biggest National Health Service Trust in the United Kingdom, Manchester University NHS Trust. He's a member of the Queen's Commonwealth Trust, a network of changemakers across the Commonwealth nation who are working at change the world. A Mandela Washington Fellow, a flagship program of the US government Young African Leader Initiative for their impact in promoting innovation and positive impacts in the communities as young leader in Africa, and became a One Young World Ambassador in 2019 after he was invited as the delegate speaker to address over 2,000 young global leaders and corporate executives of the most important companies and NGOs from 190 countries during the summit in London, in a speech that addressed the impact of his community at work in Nigeria. His vision is to provide vulnerable communities in Nigeria and other sub-Saharan African society with access to low-cost quality health security. Thank you, Nurse Obina, for this opportunity to learn from your wealth of knowledge.
Okay, thank you. I so much appreciate that. Sometimes it's very interesting hearing others read about your profile and all that. So I appreciate that a whole lot. I appreciate that a whole lot, and I would like to say a few things on positioning for global leadership in nursing, and would appreciate we just listen while I share a few things with us here. Basically, I've worked in Nigeria and I'm presently in the UK, and hearing most of the mentees talking about their dreams, how they want to practice outside Africa, how they want to further their education. The last person talked about going into anesthetics nursing and all that. So it's just all interesting. And I would want to say, if you would want to go into any field in nursing, any higher field in nursing, you would have to push through doors, you have to push through opportunities and all that. Someone who have harnessed so many opportunities in and outside of nursing, and I know what it takes to get these opportunities. It will take your time, it will take your efforts, it will take your dedication, energy, persistence, and so many other things you would have to sacrifice to get these opportunities. So harnessing these global opportunities in nursing would actually mean you would have to give up a whole lot of your time and putting in your energy into working them out. It's not just about saying, okay, I want to get a master's in nursing. I want to practice in Ireland, in UK, in Canada, in US. It's all about you sitting down to map out a plan, how you would go about it. Now, I'm practicing today in the UK. It's not something that just happened overnight. It's something I started working on since 2016 or thereabout. Before I launched my organization back in Nigeria, I said, okay, at this point in my life, I would want to, leave Nigeria to practice outside Nigeria to give me this global platform to harness my career goals and to push my organization further outside the shores of Africa. It wasn't just about moving for me, it was about what is ahead for me. Now, the last person who talked about his goal, his long and short-term goal, he mentioned that at a certain point in his life, or his long-term goal, he would like to achieve certain things. This is something you start working now. Like for me, every day, what I do is every day, once I wake up, I have a to-do list. I say, okay, this is what I'm going to do today. If you want to achieve something in the next 5 years, each day, do something very small. It mustn't be huge. It might just you be reading an article, a blog online about that dream you want to achieve in 5 years' time. It might just be you clicking a particular website to register for a course, to register for an exam, or to prepare for an exam. Each day, set small, tiny milestones towards achieving that dream. And before you know it, 5 years is way ahead of you, but before you know it, it's time for you to hit launch. And if you don't launch at that particular point in time, you need to launch, maybe because you've not prepared over time, you see that you won't achieve that particular dream. So work towards that dream with each day. And when that time comes, you see yourself being positioned globally for any leadership opportunity in nursing. It sounds so difficult, but I would want to end by telling us that it is highly achievable. It is highly achievable. You've seen people doing it. Nothing stops you from doing it. They don't have this superhuman power. Nothing. There is nothing so special about them mentally. You have that same mental capacity. You have that same energy. You have that same capability. It's just you having the mindset. Because leadership in nursing or any profession is all about having a mindset to make a difference. So once you have this mindset, it will differentiate you from others and it will help you move ahead of others in the profession. But we all just want to help you, which is what this mentorship program is all about. Thanks to the mentor and also thanks to the mentee who have seen a need, that they need to participate, that they need to invest into their career and all that. So in short, thank you, and keep working on your dreams, keep working on your goals. You would attain whatsoever you want to attain. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Obina. Thank you. Nurse.
All right. Thank you, Obina Victor Eze. That was a very amazing presentation. Thank you. Thank you, Nurse Koshola. So right now I'll be inviting Paul to come up. So I'll be inviting Kafaya to read his profile. Kafaya, please can you read his profile? Paul's profile.
Sorry, I got distracted. Where am I reading the profile?
Paul.
Oh, Paul?
Yes.
Hi, Paul, are you here? Yeah. Thank you.
Hi. Paul Emeoye is a medical surgical telemetry nurse with HC here, West Houston Hospital in Houston. He's also an education consultant and career coach with Legacy Global Education Consult. He graduated from the University of Texas Health Science Center, Houston, with a bachelor degree in nursing. He also has an associate degree in general science from Lone Star College, Montgomery campus. He's a member of the Society of Nurse Scientists, Innovation, Entrepreneur, and Leaders, SUNSIL, National Black Nurse Association, Fort Bend County Black Nurse Association, Texas Young Professional, Houston, among others. Thank you, Paul.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
All right, so I'm so happy to be here today, and big congratulations to the graduates. And I want to thank my friend and my coach, Coach Ola. I mean, personally, I've learned a lot from her, and she's doing really great. I mean, she's doing a great job, and I just keep following her. She's just leading the way, and I'm so happy to be here. So for the new graduate, I mean, from the mentorship, there's so much to do with nursing. There's so much opportunity in nursing. Like, I mean, you could do so many things with the degree in nursing. You could go, I mean, you could even become an advanced nurse, like become an FMP and all that. But the basic thing is to know your basic clinical skills, which is to master your skills. Because without these skills, I mean, you can't attend to those heights that you want to attend. So today I'll be talking about mastering your skills. And some of the ways to master your skills is through mentorship, which is exactly what you guys are doing now, and which is very helpful. You can also find mentors in your hospitals on your floor where you're working. And also you can join association like for me, I'm also interested in psych nursing, and I could join association of psych nurses just to be to learn more from my fellow psych nurses and all that. So there's so many things. You can also attend seminars, conference, conventions, and all that. So these are some of the ways you can learn. Then you also practice and practice. Just take your time, no rush. I mean, there's so much to do. I mean, nurses, you're gonna work. Like in US here, we have travel nurses. To become a travel nurse, you have to know your skills. They make tons of money, but there's no rush. You have to first of all learn your skills. And there's so much opportunity. Like you could do whatever. You could become a nurse, entrepreneur. You could become anything you want to be. But the first thing first is to learn your skills, and that involves setting your goals. What do you want to be? Setting your goals, planning your goals, then finding steps to get to that goals. And one of the first steps again is mastering your nursing skills. And like here in US, we have what we call nursing residency, whereby new graduates from nursing schools, they join like most time 1 year residency program, whereby they train them on the basic skills and everything on how to become a successful nurse. They start from attending classes to being matched with a preceptor and all that. So, and this is for me personally, that helped me a lot because I mean you learn a lot through this program. I don't know if people nurses in Nigeria have such or not, but again, yeah, this is one of the things they use in training new nurses, and this is very helpful. So for me, what I would say is just know the reason. First of all, you have to know what's the reason. Why do you become a nurse? And the reason is to help your patient. So you want to be able to have that skill to help your patient when you need to help your patient. And then the second one is just keep learning. Just keep learning. I mean, like I just said, I learned a lot from Coach Ola, and just keep learning and keep connecting with other people. Like like have build your network across. It doesn't have to be in Nigeria. If you're from Nigeria, it could be like she's doing. Just it could be the network across Nigeria, like all the way to US, UK, and you also keep learning, and also keep following others. Keep learning your skills. And the last one I would say is make sure you take time to rest, because here in US we have what we call nurse burnout. So most times we are so much involved in trying to help our patient, which is a very good thing. I mean, I want to help my patient to the best of my knowledge, but I also want to make sure I keep myself fit. I keep myself fit, and I rest and recover my strength. I don't want to burn out. I don't want to fall ill. So that's one of the things. And I wish you guys all the best. I mean, there's so much opportunity in nursing across the border, global, wherever you are, there's so much. So just prepare yourself, keep learning, plan, and I promise you achieve a dream if you just keep pushing on it. Thank you all, and congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you for thank you. Thank you so much. Before we go to the next agenda there, I think that's the valedictory. And we're going to quickly take group photograph, because I know we are over an hour now, and some people might want to drop off. Before you go, please come on video and let's take a screenshot. This is our first graduation. It's landmark, so I really want to see your faces. Come on video and we just take a screenshot for that, and I'll hand over back to the moderators. That's okay. So, okay. Who do I have on camera? Yes, keep coming. Thank you. I know it's late time in some other places, it's afternoon in some other places, but anyways, that's fine. I'll take as much as I can till everybody come on video. Thank you. Thank you so much. Really grateful. Thank you. All right, so we'll take another one where we finish. I hand over back to Oluwapelumi. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Nurse Coach Ola. So right about now, we'll be going for the valedictory message by Abdullahi Suleiman. Abdullahi Suleiman, can we have you?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Can you come on video, please, Abdullahi? Turn on your video. Okay, it's so dark there, no problem. You could go off video. That's fine.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. It is with great honor, gratitude, and pleasure that I'm addressing you this lovely evening. I'm Suleiman, Academy of Nurse Coach. I don't know enough to appreciate our vehicles in the name of Nurse Olayin, who selflessly impact those knowledge and enthusiastically knows about enforcement. All want to chat for this expensive and knowledge. Believe me, this program was absolutely touched by people. Today, I am a better yesterday. Mentorship me cannot be open. So as a digital information gather about this program was summarily excellent. And I thank all my fellow youths. Thank you for lying. Thank you for the opportunity to learn. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Abdullahi. Thank you so much for that. The audio is kind of poor, but I think we could get some of the things he has said. Thank you. Pelumi.
All right. Thank you, Suleiman, for that. So we'll be going right now. I'll be inviting Akmal for the goodwill message.
So thank you. The other goodwill messages, like I said at the beginning, are pre-recorded. So I'm just going to be streaming that for us, or just give me 1 second to get back to my videos. Okay.
Namaste. This message of Namaste. This message.
So before I play that, Afana, she's a nurse here. She's a mindful nurse in Ireland here, and she actually sent a greeting. So let's hear her. Thank you.
Of mindfulness. Namaste. This message of mindfulness is for Nurse Mentorship Academy of the Nurse Coach Ola, Health and Career Consulting. And this message is specifically for the first cohort of the NMA graduating class of 2021 on 18th of December. I'm delighted to connect with all of you, and well done on this amazing program. Easy to sign up for a new study program and then to come to a program. So my name is Aparna, and I am a nurse and midwife advisor, and I also facilitate mindfulness sessions for INMO, and I have my own wellness business called Shubh Connections. So if you want to learn more about mindfulness, you can reach out. But in today's this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about mindful communication, because communication is something that is so important for nurses. So I'm going to really give you a little example and little tips as to how to include mindfulness communication in your work life. So just to give you a very simple example of this two communications, one of them is done with that mindful attitude and the other one is not. So the first scene in the ward, patient rings the call bell and nurse arrives. And patient says, I need more pain medication. Nurse, looking at the chart, says, well, you're not due for another dose of medication for 2 hours. Patient says, well, I'm not actually in pain right now. I'm just afraid I will be in pain before the next dose. Nurse, don't worry. You are due next dose in 2 hours, so I will come and give you in time. So this is one example of the communication, very typical communication in the ward. And then I will give you this second scene where patient rings the call bell and nurse arrives. I need more pain medication, patient says. Nurse, looking at the chart, well, you're not due for another dose of medication for 2 hours. But tell me, what's going on? How are you feeling right now? Patient, well, I'm not actually in pain right now. I'm just afraid I will be in pain before the next dose. Nurse, so you're afraid that the pain will recur and you won't have medication to cover it? Patient, yes, I'm really scared. It was terrible last time. The pain was so intense. Nurse says, I'm glad you are telling me this. I wonder if anything besides additional medication could help with that scared feeling. Patient, just talking about it and having you understand helps. It eases some of the pain. Would you be able to check in with me again in an hour? And nurse says, of course, I will. So see that same scenario, few more sentences, a little bit longer communication. But the second communication is an example of mindful communication. You may say, what is mindfulness? So mindfulness, according to Dr. John Kabat-Zinn, is paying attention in the present moment, on purpose and non-judgmentally. Means you are paying attention and you are present. So your presence means so much for your patients. And there are a few other tips that I want to give you for mindful communications, is that there are two ways of expressing emotions in our communication. So during the hospital scenario, we realize or not, but things do get emotional. So there is one I message and the second one is you message. So I message involves an expression of emotion without blaming anyone or without attacking another person. Whereas you message involves blaming or attacking the other person. So please refrain from using you and blaming the other person in the hospital circumstances. And we do not need to resolve emotions, but respond with connection. So when somebody is getting emotional, they are complaining or asking for something. And what we do is we just read out information and we say that, oh no, this is this. So giving information is different, but respond with connection. So if the patient will feel connected, and even though you are physically not able to do anything different, patient will still be satisfied. And even with your own family member, with your own friends, try this. Active listening and deep listening is the most important part of communication. If you are able to hear the other person without making up story or without planning what to say next, that is called deep listening. And then non-verbal behavior. So a little smile on the face, if you can maintain that, or when you enter the ward and say good morning, that might light up somebody's day. And picking up on cues and mirror the patient and slow down, because probably you have lots of things to do and you're running and rushing, but While you're spending that 2 minutes with that patient, please slow down, take a pause, use silence. Sometimes you're not even doing much, but just simply listening to the patient and standing there with your silence, but fully there, not rushing to do another thing, and your non-judgmental response. And avoid closing down the person. So try and keep your sentences open and accepting. So openness and accepting attitude will definitely be helpful. And with these words, I'm going to end this message. And I'm wishing you all the very best and hope everything good comes to you. And I will end this message with a quote from Thich Nhat Hanh. Thich Nhat Hanh is a Vietnamese Buddhist monk, and in mindfulness we do follow him a lot. So he says, once you can communicate with yourself, you will be able to communicate outwardly with more clarity. So try and fix a little meeting time with yourself. Spend some time with you. Look after yourself. Only if you are not stressed out, then you will be able to relieve stress for other people. So all the very best. And I wish you a very, very happy Christmas. Namaste.
Give a round of applause. Can we give a round of applause there for Apana? Apana is one of our mindfulness coach in the Irish Nurses Association here in Ireland. And I found her on LinkedIn and we became very good friends there. We kind of share the same energy. She's into yoga and all that. So see me doing yoga with Apana one of these days. I'm going to share a video. Thank you. So I'll take the second one from... Yes, I'll take the second one from Canada. So let me take you to Canada. Who is ready to go with me to Canada? We'll go to Canada for the next message.
Aya Owoduni.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Aya Owoduni. I'm a senior manager, diversity, equity, inclusion for a company called BPTN, Black Professionals in Tech Network. And I also run a podcast called The Immigrant View with Aya. You can find it on Spotify, Apple, and some other platforms where you listen to your favorite podcasts. I want to first say congratulations to people that are graduating from this 90-day Nurse Mentorship Academy program. Really excited to hear that you're coming out of this great program. Really excited to even see what you go through at the different levels of the program as well. Many people don't go to develop themselves. The fact that you were able to step aside from your regular work or even after work to be able to do something, to be able to set yourself apart, to develop yourself is phenomenal. And it definitely is something that must and should be acknowledged as well. I want to just encourage you to just keep on growing, keep on developing. You don't just want to be a regular nurse. You're looking at becoming a nurse that sets themselves apart from everybody else. There should be something special about you. And you doing this is going to create and allow you to be able to have that as well. One of the things that I was asked to talk about, by the way, is if you are interested in moving over to Canada. Now, the nursing programs over here in Canada is different for every province. And province is equivalent to what you would probably call states. So it's quite different in terms of the requirements. But I would encourage you, send me an email. Olenka is going to be sharing my email address with you. Send an email. We have a consultant internally, an immigration consultant registered, who provides advice for individuals who are looking to make that transition over here to Canada, based on your skill sets, based on your education, based on all the things that you've done. She can better advice on your direction and line of how you can pursue this. Okay, so please go ahead and do that. I'm going to share my email address. I'm going to share the email address of my colleague and executive assistants who will be able to help to sort you out and put all this together for you. Once again, I want to say congratulations. Thank you for setting yourself apart. Thank you for working hard. Thank you for continually developing yourself. 3 areas that I want us to just think about as I step out of this call: appearance, behavior, communication. You can't change your uniforms, so I think appearance is gone. But more beyond that, when you are within or with the rest of your colleagues, when you are speaking to patients, when you're having conversations at the clinics, in the hospitals, in the healthcare centers, in the walk-in clinics, or whatever it might be, how do you ensure that when you're there, the way you look really just stands out? How do you ensure that your behavior, your conversations with people sets yourself apart from everybody else? There is a rating website here in Canada that rates different doctors. And one of the things that I've noticed and I've read when doctors are on that platform is not necessarily about the person's competence, but how the person relates and interacts with their patients. So technical competence is important, which you already have, but that emotional intelligence, having those conversations, empathizing with people, connecting with people, providing the right solutions with them, all those things, and the tonality that is used when you speak to them really can set you apart. And that links me up to number 3, communication, appearance, behavior, communication, how things are said, especially when you talk to your colleagues and also when you talk to your patients. It's so important, the body language, the tonality, especially when people are frustrating you, or especially when you're standing for 10 hours. Those things make a world of difference. And I want to just challenge you on moving to the next level in those 3 areas and to keep growing and keep developing as a professional as well. Remember, my email address is going to be shared by Olenka, my personal email address and my colleague's email address. My colleague will be faster, and I'm probably going to forward everything to her. So it probably would be better for you to just reach out to her directly. It's been a great pleasure. Once again, my name is Aya Owoduni. Tune into the podcast. You get so many tips on how to thrive as an immigrant. The Immigrant View with Aya. Have a fantastic day. And once again, congratulations.
Wow, wow. Let's give it up. Let's give it up for Aya Owoduni from Canada. Yes. Thank you so much, Aya. I don't even know what to say. I'm so excited. Before I go to the last person from Australia, okay, I need you, please and please, this opportunity for you to connect and network. I'll drop the email via in the chat box now. Connect with amazing people. I brought to you the whole world. Connect. You know, drink for where I'm drinking, eat for where I'm eating. I'm telling you, this is all you need. Thank you so much. So let me go straight to all the way to Australia. Who knows how far Australia is? You know, right? You know how far. So I'm just bringing that to you on a platter of gold, right? So before I share this person, let me put it.
Good evening, everyone.
Pause. Wait, Deji. Okay, so Oladeji happened to be just like Baby Sayo. So the reason why I searched for Oladeji was because of one of our mentees that is a banker. Maybe you've had a career goal, I want to be a nurse. So this is for you and for anyone watching this at any point in time that you want to have a career transitioning. So Oladeji will be talking about accelerating your career change. I don't know where this echo is coming from. So Oladeji will be talking about accelerating your career change, into nursing. So let's hear him.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Oladeji. I'm here to talk to you about the topic accelerating your career change to nursing. And this is a very exciting topic to me because this is exactly what I did. So a quick introduction about me. I studied environmental biology in Nigeria, then I moved over to Australia after working a few years. How was I able to accelerate my career change to nursing? I will tell you about the challenges first because people go about how sweet and they don't tell you about challenges. So I'll go about the challenges quickly. First challenge was that I had to move from a different environment to this. So I had to do a lot of change in culture, change in environment, change in studying pattern. In Nigeria, we study in a particular way. It's different from how we study here in Australia. They are not totally bad over in Nigeria, but it's just totally different. Also had to do a lot of change in jobs. I need to look for a job so I can survive. I had to look for something to make money. So all these things can help you if you really want to accelerate your career change. You need to just foresee all these things. So those are the challenges I faced at the beginning. But like I said, always say, if you have a mentor like someone like Olayinka, you are 100% guaranteed that you're going to be fine because she's going to look after you. She's going to help you, nurture you. That's what she does. That's how she's been from the start. She's been a nurse from the beginning. So she's not like me. She knew what she wanted. Okay, so also, apart from that, I faced all the challenges also, but not a lot. It was easy for me to adjust because coming from Nigeria, you are able to adjust to all these things. You are able to survive all these things and you will be able to maneuver your way. And I had a good grasp of English too. So apart from this, I was also able to get a job. Being a nursing student, people will employ you. You will have good employability. After I graduated, I got a very good job because I got good training in Australia. Also because as a nurse, you are always needed. So everybody needs you. They are always going to come to you. So all these things are going to keep the ball rolling for you just by the fact that you're making the change to nursing. Nursing is going to provide you a lot of opportunities because there's a lot of areas in nursing. There's critical health, there's critical care, there's emergency, there's mental health, there's geriatrics, a lot of aspects of nursing that will help you open doors that you have to just say, okay, maybe this way, you know what I mean? So that's what nursing does to you. Also, apart from this, when I graduated and I completed my degree and I got a job, it was easy for me to get permanent residency into Australia. I was able to also get pathway to citizenship. I haven't done my citizenship yet because it has a lot of things I had to sort out, but because of work, I don't have time, but I'll do it. So like I said, it's got a little bit of challenges that you will have to just maneuver, but I think that aspect has been covered by the fact that you have a mentor, so you don't really have to worry much. All you just need to do is to make a decision, to make that change. It will be able to, when they told me how to accelerate your career, I think nothing will actually accelerate you more. All you need to do is to make that decision, and I promise you won't regret it. I want you to make a good use of your mentors. I want you to also, I want to also congratulate you for the end of this your mentorship program. It's very good to have a mentor because it facilitates your growth. I want to congratulate you for doing this, and I want you to make use of your mentors. Make sure that you make use of them so that your growth will be guaranteed. I wish you the best of luck. I'm sorry I'm not able to be there with you physically, or how do I say it now? Be there with you in real time, but it's because of the Australian time difference. So congratulations, everybody, and good luck. Thank you.
Okay, that is it again. Welcome back from Australia. So, connect. I'm going to drop the contact. I've dropped for Ayo Woduni there. So, Australia is another pathway for you, and you've seen somebody that's left a different profession to nursing, and he's doing well. So that's all about the good message. I'll hand over back to Pelumi. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Nurse Coach Ola. All right, so right about now, I know this is a moment many people have been waiting for. So all through the Nurse Mentorship Academy, there were projects, the classes, and all the rest. So it's assumed that after you've worked, there should be a reward. So right about now, I'll be calling on the director, which is Nurse Coach Ola, to tell us who the extraordinary register is and to present the certificates to the mentees. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much, Pelumi there. I think I kind of jumped the card. So how did they say that in English? Earlier by presenting the certificate ahead, I was supposed to do something else. I'm going to do that again. So you recognize yourself for those that are here. And then after then, I'll announce the extraordinary G-Star. Yes, everybody, all of you are amazing. To be honest, I have a team, a group of mentees that inspire me. They actually inspire me. And some of them are doing amazing things, even more than I do. I don't want to mention names, but they know themselves. And I have to tap from their energy. The two moderators today are my mentees, Oluwapelumi and Oluwatobi. They are mentees. Kafaya, reading all the citations, look at her English. She's a mentee, and they all are leading. They're doing amazing things in their own way, and so many of others. So all of you are special. And just permit me again to represent, your certificate to you. You have worked hard. Even though I wish that we had more time, to spend together. And for those that know, almost all of them had one-on-one with me, 20 to 30 minutes one-on-one with me, all through the 3 months. And it was amazing. I got to connect with them. I got to hear a lot of things, and, it's really very intriguing. Thank you. So I present to you, I don't know why that's back in, I think it's coming back. Again, I'm going to represent the certificates. And so this theme of the graduation is the emergence of the expert. It took me a long while before I could come with this topic. It took me a long while. For those that know, talking about the book that I'm writing, it's actually stemming out from this mentorship, this 3-month mentorship. So we have a book already in the name of the Mentorship Academy, the emergence of the expert, and you all are emerging. So I present to you today a certificate of graduating from the Nurse Mentorship Academy. Just as you find your name or you cite your name, appreciate yourself, clap for yourself, hug yourself because you have done well. There's so many of you, there are so many other young nurses there that would just rather Netflix or TikTok, but you spend extra time. building yourself for the future, for the world. So congratulations. Academy. You all did it. I'm so proud of you. Congratulations. Okay. Who is not excited? I can't feel it. I think you should unmute yourself and just scream. Give me a scream, like just scream. I want to hear it. Because I can still hear. Yeah, scream.
Thank you. I'm so
Thanks so much. I'm really excited. Thanks so much.
Now we are in the same brain because I felt like
so
I was
much.
the only one.
It's really amazing.
Yes. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Now, the moment we all have been waiting for. The extraordinary G-star. Now, I want to describe this person or the quality of an extraordinary, okay? Like I said, all you all have been amazing, But there is that G-star that even after class will come behind the camera to come and ask for more. Everybody knows me, like even my siblings call me Pepsi Oliver Twist because I want more. She's always asking for more. She's always ahead, even of me sometimes. And it's just something very unique and extraordinary. So there's no bias or whatever here. This is something unique that found in this person. And she has a lot of dreams. She has a lot, I already said she, so you know it's a she, okay. So we are coming there. A lot of dreams, so many things. And okay, let me stop talking. It's no other person. I need to look for this award. And just as I look for that, what we should be getting, what will this person be getting? The extraordinary nurse, I think I've mentioned in the class, have whatever, we have 12 modules now from the NMA, 12 extra modules. If you want to subscribe for the next year, either entrepreneurship, either international pathway, you want mentorship, you want proper coaching in a particular way, you want to be a mentor, depending on whichever module, this extraordinary nurse will have 1 year free subscription to the whatever, only one module that she wants, 1 year free. We'll have access to all the materials, all the ebooks, free from the Nurse Mentorship Academy. We'll have access, unlimited access to Nurse Cochola. And of course, there's something extra that this extraordinary nurse will be getting from me, a personalized gift. So thank you so much. It's no other person. Can you guess? I need you to do the guesswork. So drop in the chat box, see if you can guess who the person is. Can you? I'm trying to look for who is hiding it. Okay. Other president, Ucha Juliana. Ucha Juliana is the extraordinary gister. I know she
Please
might
let
not
me
know
myself.
Ucha Juliana, congratulations. Congratulations.
Serious.
Congratulations, Ucha.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Ma.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
You're
Ma.
welcome.
Thank you very much.
Say something. You want to say something, Ucha?
I do want to say a whole lot of things.
Where
I
are
do
you?
want to
I'm trying to put a spotlight on you. Where are you?
Yeah, in my room, boys, it's night here already, so
okay, no problem.
Okay, well, yeah, you can see the light is a bit down. I don't know. I was just eating. Thank you very much, Ma. I didn't actually expect this, honestly. I was like, I don't understand alcohol, but I would say I'm very grateful for the opportunity you've given me. And secondly, I knew that this mentorship was going to give me, and is going to widen my horizon as regards to nursing. I really want to explore nursing to its peak, to any level it can take me as far as it is to serve humanity. So I so much thank and appreciate you. I thank God for a humble, honest, and caring person like you. Yeah, I know you put me through. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
All right, that's Ucha Juliana. Thank you.
Yeah.
We're running up here.
All right. Thank you, Nurse Coach Hola. A big congratulations to Ushe Juliana. I'm so happy for you. All right, so we'll be rounding up right about now. So I want to call on Nurse Coach Hola to tell us what next about Nurse Mentorship Academy.
Okay, that's another thing for me now. Just give me 1 second. I just get my stuff here. So thank you so much, everyone, for staying all through this time. I even for myself, we're going to be here till now. So what next? Actually, like I said, I'm sharing this, right? Let me just put it on slideshow. So what next? If you from next year, so this cohort or this pilot study was free for those that know. It was a free mentorship program, but of course it's valued at nothing, even more than 1,600 euros, to be honest, when we talk about the hours and all that. However, if you are interested in any of the modules that we have mentioned, you want extra, mentorship, or you want to be a mentor, or you want extra, you have anyone that is interested in the mentorship program from next year. So we're going to be having the next cohort from January. It's still going to be 3 months as well. So you'll be getting a once only giveaway prize of the complete program of 480 euros. Every single module, a single module, 20 euros, okay? And for all the mentees as well, you have a chance to build, to grow your branch at the Nurse Mentorship Academy. So you can bring in anyone under your branch, and they have, I think what we agreed with them was a 50% discount from, like a coupon code for you. So you can continue to build impact life as well in your journey as you grow in nursing. So the Nurse Coach Ola Health and Career Consulting, the packages are available: health coaching and consultation, professional advice, which is free. Just use the free booking link. Nurse mentorship, oversee nurse mentoring. Maybe you want to travel out. If you want to be in business, you're interested in business. So that's the Phenomenal Nurse platform. So you can also enroll into that. And business or brand promotion, Nurse Coach Ola is available for that. Research support. So I give research support, help with research article, write-up and all that. So if these are other things, our speaking guests. So are you ready? Just use the booking link. You find it available. already, so you can select your coaching option, the time and so on, and then we can pick it up from there. So thank you so much. I'm going to invite, before I invite over for the votes of thanks, I just have to say as well that we are launching the book, The Emergence of the Ed Pros. So it's going to be out very soon. And people can start, you can pre-order, tell everybody to pre-order. So it's going to be massive. And we're going to be having every transcript that has been presented here in this meeting in that book. Isn't that interesting? Every transcript of the Goodwill message, everybody has come from different areas will be available as well in the book. So thank you so much. Votes of thanks.
All right, thank you, Nurse Coach Ola. So I'll be bringing up Sharon right now to give the vote of thanks. Sharon, can we have you? Sharon.
So Sharon is also a mentee. She's there. Okay, I will just give my vote of thanks. All right, so on behalf of the Nurse Mentorship Academy, all the mentees, and all the supporters, my family, my friends, I want to say a very big thank you to all our guests. All our guests. I tell you honestly, I reached out to them within a week, less than a week, I think so. And they all came, you know, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful, from Shelley, Anne-Marie, Ayo Adebiyi from US, Paul, thank you so much. Obina, my boss nurse, thank you so much. Thank you to Ayo Woduni from Canada. Thank you for Olabejim. Thank you, Apana. Thank you so much for giving us that mindfulness, message. And again, to everyone that has worked with me in the Nurse Mentorship Academy, my mentees that became my team. I have an amazing team of mentees that become a team, of the Nurse Mentorship Academy. Even though they are learning, they are also giving their time. Like all the certificates you see being displayed today was made by Oluwatobi, one of our mentees. The certificate, the graphics, everything was done free. Thank you so much. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. Pelumi as well. She's, oh God, I don't know. Thank you, Kefaya. Thank you. Sharon is also one of our team, a mentee that become a team. I'm also privileged. So thank you so much, everyone, and for believing in me. When I brought myself out, like, okay, I'm willing, I'm ready to do mentor, and you accepted me and you stayed true. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, so we're rounding up. Again, we are still together, so stay connected, all right? We still have our Telegram, stay connected. I'm just trying to look at the chat, but I think Shelley is writing something there. Thank you so much, Shelley. Thank you, everyone that's come. Thank you. Have a lovely evening. We still have our Telegram. We still keep connected. And if you need anything, reach out to me. I feel like I'm losing you. Please don't go. Stay connected. Stay connected. Thank you. Have a lovely evening. Just continue the party on my behalf at the other side, okay? Just, I say party after party, that's the next thing. So that's the party, on our behalf. Thank you so much. Don't forget, if you have not completed, to all the mentees, if you have not completed the feedback form, please do so. Please do so. And I'm also going to be sending a feedback form to all our guests as well. So please do us good to fill that in. Thank you so much. God bless you. Have a lovely evening. I'm just going to go back there and replay where we started from.